Welcome back to another video. So, I thought I'd do a reaction to something I found absolutely hilarious last night when I was on the YouTubes. And it's a video from BinanceStuff. If you haven't heard of BinanceStuff, he does videos about Ponzi projects, scams, and he lets you guys who search for these projects potentially that want to get in maybe or want to research them, he lets you know, and he gives sort of like a review of each one, the ones that comes to his attention, and he flags them as scams basically. And this is the most funniest shit I think I've seen in such a long time. So if you're in the DeFi game, in the DeFi space, and you do these DeFi projects, you've most certainly heard of the crypto program, or AMSIS, or whatever the hell it's called these days. They're meant to be coming back, apparently. Lol. But even if they do come back, it's a complete Ponzi. And Scott Morris, this is the one of the top affiliates in that program, the crypto program, which was led by Ed Zimbardi, the ultimate scammer ever. And most recently, there was a project called AAC, Advertising Affiliate Club, or Affiliate Advertising Club, one of the two. And that was just like the most horrible looking project I think I've seen in quite some time as well. Because you get these 2% a days and you get these DeFi projects, but then you get a project like that, which just looks so horrendously bad and poorly designed. Straight off the bat, they said, "Oh, we know our website's terrible, but we're in it to make you guys money." I mean, come on. So we're just gonna watch this because Scott Morris was one of the lead affiliates, right? And he also introduced people to Arbitrage Stack, which was another scam. I think it was run. I'm pretty certain it was ran by Scott Morris and Ed Zimbardi combined. It was just too obvious. It was too obvious. And that shut down within the space of about, I would say, maximum 2 weeks from memory, I think. That was something where that just screamed scam all over it, because if those two were promoting it and headlining it, then you know it's a massive red flag already. So we're just going to watch this from BinanceStuff now, and we're going to go over it a bit.
Hi all, how you doing? I hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. So I was in the Fireteam 1 Telegram group and I saw this message from this guy called Don. Just some relevant info here about this scam advisor thing. And then Scott's put this message. Thanks, Don. I think everybody should go to the top link and express themselves. I'm doing mine now. We should overwhelm the internet with negativity over AAC and name Clay Montgomery as often as possible and get his name trending in the most negative way possible. Okay. Satoshi Girl or Satoshi Girl. Done. Thank you for sharing this. I think everyone in here should participate in this review and write the complaint here. Okay. So I just find it funny that Scott Morris, who is known, is big friends with Ed Zimbardi, who's basically a crook. Okay. Ed Zimbardi has been promoting stuff like crypto program, which changed its name, but basically was a massive Ponzi scheme, millions of dollars. And Scott Morris is big friends with Ed Zimbardi. Now, if you're big friends with Ed Zimbardi, there's no way that you can be innocent, in my opinion. Scott Morris, and he openly admits to promoting loads and loads of Ponzi schemes. Okay, he's openly admitted that.
So his point there, when he mentions how if you are friends with Ed Zimbardi, or you're close and do business with Ed Zimbardi, then you are basically bad news as well. It's absolutely true and correct. It's been known that Ed Zimbardi has had dinner at Scott's house, and they did this sort of live stream as well a couple of times, I think. You know, if you're sitting around a table with Ed Zimbardi and you are Scott Morris, and you are not aware of the project and how things kind of go in a way where they say, Ed has been saying that it was advertising packages, people buying advertising online or whatever. So I'm sure if it was me and I had Ed Zimbardi around my house, God forbid, and I made him, I don't know, spaghetti bolognese or something, The first thing I would do when we're sitting and eating is to, talk about the crypto program, and just to talk about how is it making this money. Like, we're sitting at a dinner table having a lovely dinner, probably some nice garlic bread, fine wine, all that stuff. The first thing I would start to talk about is, so Edward, tell me about these people who are your sort of people who you've been doing business with for the last 10 years. Can you show me something that kind of shows that they are paying you? Can you show me something privately so I can just clarify or just provide, I don't know, something for, my own audience? It doesn't have to be like clear-cut proof, but in a way where I know I can prove it, that it's right, and you're not bullshitting us. Because I would be able to do that, and I'm sure Scott would be able to do that in a way as well. So those two are probably still very good friends. Like I said, they did the arbitrage stack, or arbitrage stuck, literally. And after that, once it shut down, Ed said, all you need to know is that it's shut down. You don't need to know anything else. I'll give you your money back. I don't know the latest on that, and quite frankly, I don't really care, because those sorts of scams come all the time. Every day there's a new one, right? It gets a bit ridiculous in a way, especially like he said, he's very aware that he promotes Ponzi schemes, and he's outright said it live, and he knows as well, Scott, because he does these videos where he tells you about this project and this opportunity of a lifetime to get into, which is literally bullshit, where they pay you, a ridiculous amount of money per day, just so if you just hand them money, they pay you money based on nothing. Yeah, it's just I can't. I agree with Binance Stuff here in a sense where he's saying if they are so close as friends and business partners, and they go on yachts together, they go on these private event thingies, that the question has probably been brought up by Scott, and he probably the answer was given, is what I'm trying to get at here. And Ed probably said, yeah, this is straight up a clear-cut Ponzi, and there's no advertising. But I'm not going to tell my audience about that. So I believe that Scott knows that as well. You have to be an idiot. I don't think Scott is a moron. So I'm sure he's asked those questions and was given those answers, because you don't do business with someone without knowing absolutely everything, especially if you are going to promote it to your own audience. But, like I said, these two are both scammers because they promote these projects all the time. So let's continue with the video.
Now he'll say that he didn't really know they were Ponzi schemes, but there's no way you can promote that many schemes and not know that the Ponzi schemes. You have to be the most stupid person on the planet, and Scott Morris isn't a stupid person in my opinion. Okay, so that's just utter nonsense. So it's just so funny, this guy calling out another scammer. Okay, a scammer like Clay Montgomery. It really is the definition of pot calling the kettle black. Okay, and if you don't know what that phrase means, then here it is. So, said to mean that someone with a particular fault accuses someone else of having the same fault. For him to be in a job telling people how to be safe driving is pretty much the pot calling the kettle black. So in this example here, this is a person promoting Ponzi schemes telling somebody else off for promoting a Ponzi scheme and running a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, it's like he said, and it's a complete double standard. Like, oh, I can do it, but you can't, and I will outright call you out for it, even though I do the exact same thing for years. It's just, if anyone is still following Ed or Scott, I don't know why you are. I mean, to come into all these projects, and it's not just those two, it's just there's so many sort of YouTubers out there, like I've been over in the past, that promote these things, and I don't understand how people can still get into this. I don't know where their money comes from, because you're always getting rugged. Everything is a rug. Obviously, you might just get your capital back in the first 20 days or whatever it usually is. But with these high percentages, overall, the majority of people are getting scammed. They're losing their money. They deposit their money and then they lose it. So I don't know how these people and how these YouTubers, there are many more than, the Jonathan Seller or what's his name? Mr. Money Ministry Man. There's way more than that I'm not going to go over. There's just a bunch of them. Like I said, I don't know where the money comes from, because if you're getting rugged, then you're trying to gain those losses back by putting it into the new project, the new shiny new toy, and that shiny new toy is going to rug as well. So when I say I don't know where you get your money from, is because you've just put your money in and got rugged, the money you can afford to lose apparently, to then put it more money that you can afford to lose into the next one, and then more money into the next one that you can afford to lose. But can you really afford to lose it all the time? So I don't know why there's... Because I see on these Telegram groups and Discord groups, people going into these projects, left, right and centre, the same people. And I'm thinking to myself, how in the hell, what sort of life do you live? Where you can just throw money into these projects all the time and just get scammed? I mean, I know I'm going on a tangent here, and I probably should digress in a minute, but like when you see what else is out there that you can do, just in crypto, other ways to make money, it's just, there's such a tunnel vision, narrow-minded mindset from people who are just going into these projects. And I think a lot of people who subscribe to me are those sorts of people. And no offense, but you do really need to wake the hell up. Like, wake up. Stop going into these things. This AMSIS that's going to come back, don't put any more money into it. If you're going to get if your account's going to be reinstated as it was before, just empty it dry and get your money back. That's all you need to do. But don't go anything, especially with the new year, the bull run is here. I mean, all these projects were in the bear market, right? All of these projects, Stable Fund, PGV, AAC, the crypto program, Yield Robot, you name it. I know I'm going old school here, but those are the things that come to the top of my head. Alpha Capital, Circulate Money, these are all in the bear market. It's a way for these scammers to make money in the bear market. But do you think that these projects, do you think you're really going to go into these projects? Well, maybe you will after, when the bull run kicks in. Do you think you're going to need to earn 2% a day? I don't think you'll need to. So they've taken advantage of the bear market for their own benefit and for their own schemes and scams. So I think when the bull market comes, you're going to see a lot less of these projects come out, and you're going to see a lot less interest in them. However, on the flip side of that, you will probably get people who have made a lot of profit in the bull market and then think, oh, I've made $5,000, I've 5x'd on my crypto I invested in. I will throw that, leave my 1,000 in from that I bought, bonk or whatever, and then I'll throw those profits into projects. And that is a recipe for disaster. So don't do that. I'm just trying to think of scenarios that might happen going forward, because we are going into that stage now where these projects are going to be so obsolete and just so not even thought of, because you're going to be looking at, you're actually going to change your mindset subliminally, and you might not even know it now, but when you see your portfolio go up, you're going to think to yourself, why the hell was I even in those DeFi projects? Especially newcomers into crypto. A lot of newcomers into these stable funds and projects like that at the time were new to crypto. They were taken advantage of. I am waffling. I am really waffling on this one, but it's just these things just come into my head when I'm just going over things. Things like this need to be just sort of really just gone over and just get a reminder. And I do occasionally, I will be doing these sorts of videos, I guess, because I'm doing one now, but there's so much more out there. There's so much more ways to make money in crypto. I'm not going to go over them. The obvious is there. So going back to Mr. Scott Morrison and Edward Zimbardian, let's continue with BinanceStuff's video.
It's just amazing. So this is the AAC that he's on about, Affiliate Advertising Club. And this is the Scam Advisor website where you can go and write reviews on particular websites. So if you do have a review of a website and it is like a scam site, then, you can put a review there to help other people out. So they put in loads of negative reviews here. I can't actually see Scott's. If he's put it in here, he's not got it in his own name. Clay Montgomery, you is a scammer. Clay Montgomery is a snake in the grass. Clay Montgomery, scam. Clay Montgomery is a dirty scammer. But I don't know these people. I mean, the only one I've heard of is this Satoshi girl. I always thought Yeah, Satoshi Girl. Okay, so she's been involved in like the crypto program. If it's the same person, so she's kind of one of the leaders of the pack as well. So I just found it really funny that these people who've promoted scams and Ponzi schemes in the past and are kind of in bed with the head honchos, like Scott Morris is in bed with Ed Zimbardi, that kind of thing, that he comes out to start accusing this guy of being a scammer. I mean, take a bit of your own medicine, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. All right, we're gonna go back just to show the people he showed. There's one person that he missed, which is this guy here, Chris Biz.
Scam. Clay Montgomery's a dirty, dirty scammer.
This guy. So this guy, Chris Biz. I don't know. I just recognize his weird avatar. If we go on the Facebook group, this is Ed's. This is the crypto program Facebook group that you were in if you were in it. And if we go down, oh my goodness, if we go down, Happy New Year, what's the next project? All right, where is it? I think he's deleted it, maybe. It looks like he's deleted the post, but there he is. But I think maybe if we go down a bit more. All right, so I think Ed has completely... I've not looked at this for, I don't know, a good month or so. But here we are. Okay, here we go. I found him. So this guy here, quick update. I don't know what... I mean, look at this, look. The first thing I see is full refund. This guy is an admin on the crypto program, and he was the #1 admin. He was posting everything, updates, things like that, and anything Ed was posting, he reposted it and then pinned it, blah blah blah. So this guy as well is heavily involved in it as well, with with Team Scott Morris and Team Ed Zimbardi. So yeah, I guess all of these people, I'm assuming, are all in the group that this Fire Team 1 group, right? And they all did their part and then did a scam review. So yeah, I'm sure if you go on this website as well, you'll be able to find details about Scott Morris and how he scammed people as well. That's an assumption. I'm not too sure on that. The point of this video that is so hilarious, I've talked for about, how long have I talked? I've talked for about 15 minutes now, or 20 minutes. But the point of this video, the funniest thing about this video is that Scott Morris is telling people to call out Clay Montgomery, Mr. Advertising Club person, that he is a scammer, and this is when in fact he has been promoting these projects like Arbitrage Stack and Crypto Program. It's so hilarious when you think about it. It's almost like, oh, take the limelight off me and then put it on Clay Montgomery. Poor Clay. But I don't know what's going on. Let's actually have a look with this advertising club. What's actually going on with this advertising club? Is a big announcement planned for the end of January by any chance? We haven't been kept up to date with the work being done on ACC. Any news? Wow. An admin has turned off commenting for this post. Okay, so this seems to be an absolute shambles. And it was from the start. You don't hear about this anymore. And I actually forgot this even existed. I actually forgot this was a thing until I saw that video last night from BinanceStuff. I was like, oh my god, I forgot about that one. You can't get any more terrible than this. I mean, BinanceStuff does a fantastic job in getting in these Telegram groups and then just, doing videos about it and giving updates. But this one, I think everybody should go to the top link and express themselves. I'm doing mine now. We should overwhelm the internet with negativity over AAC and name Clay Montgomery as often as possible and get his name trending in the most negative way possible. My god. Like, self-awareness, cringe, double standard. It's just, come on, man. Mr. Scott. Have some self-awareness, have some dignity, have some, I don't know, man. It's just so funny when you see that. It's like Ed saying that, or it's like any other scam project in the past doing the same thing. I don't know how people can still be subscribed to this Fire Team YouTube channel or be in a Telegram group and think it's a good thing, because you're going to go into these scams. He's going to introduce you more scams, and more scams. All right, so that's just what I wanted to say. I wanted to give my take on that and just tell you that he is an unbelievably piss poor scammer to try and manipulate people's minds to think that they need to go on scamadvisor.com and post a review about Clay Montgomery when he in fact promoted the crypto program and was the top affiliate and everyone got rugged. And it's not coming back properly and it's going to rug again. They're going to have some problems. Arbitrage stack, and that went down after, what, 2 weeks or so. And my opinion with that is that they, Scott Morris and Edson Bardi, used arbitrage stack, got people's money, rugged it, and then are using that to show and pay people for like 2 months or so on the crypto program when it comes back, to then regain people's trust, and then people will they will think to themselves, oh, it's back. The best program ever last year is back. And that will make people, naive people that are so thankful that it's back, that will just give so much trust in their mind to think, I'll just invest more. I'll throw it back in. I will compound. And that is extremely dangerous to do. So if you're someone who's going to get back into this, or you're waiting for your account to be reinstated, or whatever the actual situation is, get your money out of there if you can, literally in bold capital letters if you can, and then run away. Run away from these people, and then generate your own income by other means, because this is embarrassing for Scott to do. Just it's so bad. It's so bad. Do better, Scott. Scott, you need to do better. All right, I think I've waffled on enough. I think you get the point of this. So let me know what you think. This is a fantastic, funny video by BinanceStuff. Really, go subscribe to him. He does really good stuff, and he looks out for people, and he's helped me in the past with a few things as well, that I woke myself up with a few things. So, you know, he does a fantastic job and service for the internet, the DeFi space, the crypto space. Ponzi Patrol as well is another one. Like I said, there's very, very few, and there's very, very few that actually just expose people. Who else is there? Elatis Mincy, he's another one. He does great videos as well about scams. Who else is there? Me as well. Go subscribe to me. Well, I used to do it quite a lot, on the popular ones anyway, not like the little ones that I've never heard of. Only the ones that I see or just that are being promoted heavily on YouTube. But yeah, that's it. 2024 is going to be an amazing year for everyone. So don't get wrapped up into these scams again. They're coming back for your money. They're coming back to scam your money so they can buy more crypto in the bull run. That's what they're planning to do. So don't be involved in them and get the F out of these projects. All right, that is it. And I'll see you on the next one. Good pip. Cheerio.